Hi, everyone, and thank you for joining us today in the webinar Symphia VMS, Symphia Control version 8.1. Today, we are excited to share with you our latest release, 8.1, which is coming a year after version 8.0. It's an exciting release, and I'm sure we're going to be able to explain why we're so excited in a minute. Today, with me, Eran Bachman, who's myself, the Vice President of Product Management, following with our Directors of Product Management, Odette Cohen and Guy Shachamon. Thank you for joining us. And we are excited now to share with you what's coming within version 8.1. So version 8.1 for Symphia VMS, Symphia Control, and Symphia One has three main areas of focus. The one that we're going to start talking today and we're going to see over the presentation is about information security or cybersecurity. The second one is operational efficiency with improvement that we've been doing to improve the way you operate our software from the user perspective. And the third one is within our video streaming coming with our VMS and how it's been reflected in the solution. When you're looking into the details of this exciting release, version 8.1, under the umbrella of operational efficiency, we're going to see today over the webinar the latest improvement like incidents that you can edit them after you close based on privilege. You can specify specific mandatory standard operating procedure tasks that are mandatory before you can move to the next task. You can do alarm close reason now with Symphia Control, which means when you close the alarm, you can assign a reason for it. You can do import, export large amount of devices. Imagine yourself running a safe city with thousands of devices that you need to manage on a map. And of course, support for latest new devices that are part of our solution to integrate with, like drone or CBRN devices. With the video enhancement, we've been doing improvement and additional capabilities to stream video over lower bandwidth with H.265 camera. Exciting improvement on the Symphia developer, which you're going to visually see today, which help to manage 360 camera. Last and not least is on the edge LPR, which we're going to talk lengthy today, how it helping to reduce cost and improve operation by just using analytics on the edge of a camera with license plate recognition. So ready to go, let's start roll and understand the details of this new release. With this, I will transfer to Odette to discuss and explain the latest improvement. Go ahead, Odette.
Thank you very much, Eran. Hello, everybody. And as Eran emphasized, we are excited with this. First enhancements we've dealt with was in the area of incident management. Comprises of three capabilities. The first one enables housekeeping of closed incidents. And the other two enhancements on the SOP task level enables betterment of the enforcement of the organization incident SOPs, and faster resolution. Let's see the video, please.
The following clip gives a short overview of the 3 enhancements in the incident management in Symphia Control 8.1. Mandatory SOP task attribute, auto close of incident attribute, and editing closed incidents. The first, mandatory tasks, enables better enforcement of the operating procedures. A new privilege named Force Closed Incident was added to Supervisor built-in role and can be used in custom roles. Enables such user to force close incidents having unchecked mandatory tasks. Such user, managing incidents SOPs and operator responses module, can now indicate selected tasks to be mandatory. Trying to close an incident with unchecked mandatory tasks will block a regular operator from closing the incident and will pop up a verification message for privileged user. The second enhancement, the automatic incident closure task attribute, enables a more efficient incident handling. Once operator checks a task with auto close attribute, the system will automatically close the incident after the execution of the task. The third enhancement enables betterment of closed incident synopsis by adding logbook entries, attachments, and summary information on closed incidents. The following
The second area deals with the alarm attachment to incident attachment. We are enhancing collaboration between the Symphia control and NowForce in the field, improving the situation awareness of responder when handling the occurrence in the field, and simplifying and reducing the needed manual actions required by the operator.
Face recognition alarm is received. The alarm includes the face reference picture from the watch list and the actual suspect snapshots from the video. The operator turned the alarm to an incident. It can also be done automatically based on rule. The incident includes all the images from the alarm. The operator follows the SOP steps. The SOP steps includes collaboration with field responder through NowForce. Responder receive on his mobile app the incident that includes all the alarm images of the suspect and can visualize the suspect he needs to deter. Control operator and field responder collaborate as part of the mission as one unified team.
Moving to the alarm module, we are introducing the alarm close reason in this release. It enables alarm segmentation, supporting the betterment of the deployment by pinpointing false alarms and duplications, assisting by this in discovering the root cause for these issues.
This is a short overview of the alarm close reason capability added in Symphia Control 8.1. This new capability enables alarm acknowledgement categorization supporting betterment of the deployment integrated security and safety systems, clear understanding of false alarm sources and grouping of duplicate alarms. It enables a more efficient real-time alarm handling and after-fact reporting. In addition to the existing alarm acknowledgement action, a new acknowledge with a reason action enables to acknowledge and select the reason. Multiple alarms can be acknowledged with a reason. Alarm close reason is available also as a search attribute in the search module, enabling to query alarm information sliced by closed reason and duplications, false alarm sources, etc. Adding custom alarm close reasons is supported, and the procedure is documented in the tech note TN886, adding custom alarm close reasons in Symphia Control. This capability enables adding specific close reason to reflect what interests the organization. The new alarm close reason is updated in Symphia Insight as part of the alarm, so deployments having Symphia Insight can now visualize, understand better, and improve its safety and security systems deployment.
On the administrative side of the product, we've added the capability to import and export devices. This new capability comes to improve and make ongoing device placement and location update a much more fluent and efficient operation by supporting batch update of thousands of devices. This can shorten device placement operation by more than 90%.
This is a short overview of the import-export devices to operational tree and maps. This new capability comes to improve and make ongoing device placement and location update a much more fluent and efficient operation. It allows the organization to update coordinates of devices in a batch operation by exporting existing devices to a CSV file, updating the coordinates in the file, and importing back. In addition to coordinates, it enables bulk update of device names instead of going to Admin Hub and updating one by one. Import and export devices is available in the operator application for Map Administrator user role. Once devices were discovered and placed on the operational tree, enter the Maps module in Operator. Select an operational folder or multiple devices and click Export. Select the relevant devices and place them on the required map. Once placed, they will all be set to the same drop location. Edit the exported file with the latitude and longitude per each device. Once ready, click the Import button and select the previously edited file. The system automatically validates the structure and correctness of each line in the file. Clicking Next, imports of the location attributes is done, resulting in location update of the devices. The process indicates success and failure numbers, enabling to go back, correct the attributes in the file, and import it again. Upon successful import, devices are placed at their accurate location.
Extending the new open platform capacities of the Symphia platform with new CBRN and drone system devices supporting icons, events, thresholds, and capacities for creating new integrations with such systems.
Thank you, Dad. And logical ideas.
Yep. The logical ideas, or as known as camera shortcuts, enables organization to assign its known shortcuts for camera collapse, as well as assisting in planning and implementing camera shortcut logic for new deployments. This increases operational efficiency, ensuring training and compliance.
Thank you very much, Oded. And now we're going to turn to Guy Shachamon, who's going to take us to the next exciting chapter of version 8.1 with analytics on the edge with LPR, with information security, video streaming, and more exciting capabilities. Go ahead, Guy.
Thank you, Eran. Hi, everyone, and thank you for joining this webinar. I'd like to start with sharing with you an enhancement that we did around integration with LPR, license plate recognition on the edge. What we did, we took cameras that are capable of supporting license plate recognition on the edge. There are a lot of them in the market. And we integrated them to VMS and from VMS into control in a native way. What it means in a native way is that all the attributes that come from the camera related to the license plate recognition come as an event, and this event and alarm include all the information related to the license plate number that has been detected. Let's see a short demonstration and continue from there. Thank you.
In this short demonstration, you will learn about the integration of the Symphia solution with a license plate recognition-enabled camera. Here we have a Hanwha model P&O A9081 RLP which support license plate recognition on the edge. Let's open the camera. In this video, cars are entering a parking lot. The camera captures the license plate numbers and send them through Symphia VMS into Symphia Control as alarms. As all other alarms, LPR alarms show on the video timeline. Clicking on the alarm in the timeline will bring up the image snapshot that was captured during the alarm. Let's switch to the alarm grid. In the alarm grid, all alarm details are displayed. Watch list, under alarm subtype. License plate number, under alarm description. And, of course, other information like the timestamp, source, and severity. Under additional information on the bottom left side, users can see additional details that each camera generates. In this case, the camera provides details about the car's color, make and model. Now, let's go to the search module. In the search module, users can search for alarms and events that were captured by the system in the past and stored in the database. This allows organization look for cars that were not originally part of a watch list and are now being investigated. Selecting events of type alarm, then selecting LPR under alarm type and additional attributes. Organizations can search on each and every attribute that the camera logs. In this case, searching for a car model Golf. LPR integration is also available in Symphia VMS. LPR events are triggered in the VMS, and a response can be configured in the VMS Event Manager. Thank you for watching this demonstration.
So it's important also to mention that this is a very cost-effective solution that does not require any servers. That's for the LPR. Let's talk about the Symphia dewarper and some of the enhancements that we did. And as you probably know, Symphia dewarper are universal dewarper that can dewarp any camera and any event from any vendor, has been introduced in version 8.0. And in 8.1, we enhanced the capabilities and the user experience. So we added, and you can see it on the right bottom side, in the image, we added an overview video that shows you a contextual view of where the image is now pointing. We also added the ability to draw a rectangle and dewarp immediately to the area that is of interest, and as well as continuous fisheye to dewarp. What does it mean? It means that a camera view starts with a fisheye, and the user can zoom in directly to the area of interest without having to jump between different views. In addition, the user has the ability to determine if they want to see the last view. So closing a video tile, the next time will open the same last view that has been the user was viewing. This is a preference that the user can set locally, as well as saving quad views. So not just single views, but also quad views can be saved as digital presets. In the video streaming, we added the ability to transcode and to scale down video coming from cameras that are encoding video in H.265. So this is mainly required for remote clients that have bandwidth restrictions, like VMS review and control operator that are sitting behind very low bandwidth pipes, and also to mobile review clients. Those require the scale down video. How does it work? So cameras that coming from the VMS and stream video in H.265 are sent to the media gateway, and the media gateway transcodes the video to H.264. This is something that requires a lot of power, and in order to do that, we've productized a platform, a standalone media gateway that is very cost effective. It has GPU capabilities, and customers can either buy it from IntelliScene or they can source it themselves. We also, in this release, integrated the Axis body-worn camera. And unlike other solutions, body cameras from Axis, many of them do not stream video directly to the VMS in real time. Instead, they store the video and the audio that the user is recording during a mission into the SD card. And once the video, the body-worn camera is docked into the docking station, only then the video and the audio are being offloaded to the VMS. We have developed a dedicated adapter to translate the video and to place it on the recorder. So from a user perspective, organizations that have body-worn cameras connected to the VMS, they don't see a difference between video that has been recorded with the body-worn camera or with any stationary camera in the system. So let's talk about information security or cybersecurity. This is a very important area, and as an organization, IntelliScene has been spending a lot of time enhancing, making sure that we are up to speed with the market standards, and we make sure that our software is compliant with the latest and greatest that is available in the market, and also making sure that vulnerabilities that we detect in the system are being addressed as soon as possible. In this release, again, we spend a lot of time in several areas. The first one is secured video streaming between the camera and the VMS. The second one is list privilege, and I'll touch on that in more details later on. We also secured the communication between the operator client and the server components, as well as updating all the third-party libraries to the latest releases to make sure that we cover all the security vulnerabilities in their releases. So let's start with the list privilege. This is a very important concept. The concept of the principle of list privilege is something that if I take a user, a standard user, usually each user get their own permissions and privileges when they are defined by the administrator in the system. We don't want to give them too many privileges or permissions to see things that they don't require or do things that they're not asked to do. So that's why we make sure that we create a specific role for them, and we define what's allowed and what they are not allowed to do in the system. The same thing goes into an IT environment. So any application, including our VMS and control, have a user that is our service that manage the system and working in the environment, the servers and the workstations that are running our application. And also for our software, we want to make sure that we don't get too many privileges, and that's why instead of becoming an administrator on the server, for example, we allow the VMS or the control applications to gain access only to the things, the mandatory areas and components and services that our system requires. And why this is important? It's important in cases where there is a hacker, someone that wants to access the system maliciously, and they want to get access to different resources in the system, like let's say a healthcare organization, they want to get access to the patient's information. So they can do it through accessing one of the systems and gaining access through an administrator account and doing things that they're not allowed to do. By limiting the permissions that we allow our system, even if someone was able to access the system, they're very limited in the damage that they can do inside the organization. And that's why the principle of least privilege is so important, not just for users that are using the system, but also for systems that are running inside the organization infrastructure. There are a few examples that we can see here in very large organizations that have been attacked by not complying with those specific requirements or best practices, and the damage can be very high. There is more information in the links that we are sharing here, and you can read more about it later. Another area that we invested in information security is the VMS camera to server encrypted stream. So as you probably know, in version 7.6, we've secured the control channel using HTTPS. Control channel is basically all the communication that the camera and the VMS are handling between the two. And it provides pipe for any information like events, how to move the PTZ, changing resolution, and so on. So that was in 7.6. In version 8.1, we also secured the stream itself. So the streaming channel is being encrypted as well. And so not just the communication. And this is very beneficial for customers that have cameras that are connected remotely. Let's say Safe City or other organizations like enterprises, that their cameras are located kind of outside the command center, and they're streaming to a central location. In this case, we want to make sure that even if someone was able to access the channel, the communication channel, they're not going to be able to sniff the video and gain access to the video footage itself. So this is very important. One of the things that we can say here is that there's no impact. The encryption and decryption that is being done in this case has no impact on the performance of the recorder or the media gateway of the VMS. So this is a bit more information about the encrypted video stream, where to configure it. It's being configured in Control Center. Again, it's it's recommended for large campuses, hospital, airports, and other safe cities, again, that have remote cameras. So let's switch to the secured communication between the client and the server. So we're talking about the operator client. And what you can see here in a high level in this diagram, we see the operator client in the middle. And the operator client has a connection with, on one side, with the application server to gain all the services like logging to the system, gaining all the information about permissions and everything. And at the same time has access to the integration servers that are connected as well to the system. So in the green arrows, you can see that we've secured all the communication channels between the operator client and the application server, as well as the operator client and integration server. So there is backward compatibility with older versions. So customers can gradually upgrade their systems into 8.1. And at the end of this process, once the entire system, all the integration servers and all the sites have been upgraded to 8.1, they can choose to switch all the communication between the clients and the servers to HTTPS, which is a secured communication. Again, this is very important in the area of, when you have remote clients that are connected, that are not part of the sitting inside the organization to secure the channel itself. So I just wanted to summarize with some of the things that we're doing as an organization and our best practices and tools that we leverage on a day-to-day basis. So as an organization, as a development organization, IntelliSync is following the best practices of SDLC, Secured Development Lifecycle. This includes training the developers in developing code that is secured, testing as we go the vulnerabilities and the security aspects of every code and every line of code that we develop. In terms of product, there are two tools that we use today to ensure that the system is secured and has no vulnerabilities. The first one is the static application security test, called also SAST. It's a static code analysis, and all the source code that we develop is being tested for vulnerabilities using the Veracode application or tools. And we make sure that all the critical and high severity related vulnerabilities are being fixed for every release. And we also do vulnerability scans. We use a tool that is called from Rapid7 called Inside VM. And this tool scans the entire application with all the libraries that we use. And it highlights areas that we need to update if it is a third-party component that we use or other components, open source, that we leverage. IntelliSync is also certified for information security management and comply with the ISO 27001. And as an organization, we also make sure that our customers, as well as our environment, the lab environment, is always up to date with the latest Microsoft security updates. So every month, we follow the Microsoft security updates, and we update the environment, and we also update our customers that they can go and update their environment to be the most secure that is possible. Thank you very much.
With this, before we're going to end the session, I do have a few questions that I believe the audience will find interesting that I'd like to ask. So, Guy, a few questions to you. First one is about license plate recognition on the edge. You mentioned the capability to receive through an IP camera without having the need to extra server or extra software to manage. The video and data you mentioned, does it mean that we are hosting not just the video, but also the metadata with the video, like the plate of the car, color of the car, brand of the car, etc.?
Yes, of course. Thank you for the question, Aaron. So yes, all the information, all the metadata information that the camera captures, and again, it could be the car make, model, color, of course, the license plate number, the state information, if it's in the US or other countries that have regions. All this information is stored and sent and stored in our database. And as a customer, you can always go back and search this metadata to search for cars that were not part of your watch list at a certain point of time, and look for cars that have violated specific rules or specific areas in where they were supposed to be. So that's the beauty of searching this information forensically.
Thank you. Another question is about the Symphia developer, which you shared the new feature capabilities of the Symphia developer. Can you just explain us what's the difference and the benefit of using the unique IntelliSync developed Symphia developer versus using the IP camera manufactured generic developer?
Yeah, sure. So there are a few areas I would maybe mention few. First one is we noticed that the image quality that we get with the Symphia developer is much better, it's crisp compared to the vendor dewarping. The second is the performance. Performance using Symphia dewarper puts less load on the system, on the workstation, and as a result, more cameras can be dewarped simultaneously. And all the features that I mentioned before related to the continuous fisheye to dewarp, drawing a rectangle to dewarp, and others are only available with the Symphia dewarper. So there are definitely benefits in using the Symphia dewarper. Maybe I would mention another thing, that the way we certify and add new cameras to the system is done in a very simple way. So we need a few images from the source of the camera that we need to integrate with. And once this is done, we have a tool that allows us to generate the specific parameters required in order for us to dewarp the image from that camera.
Fantastic value. Another question, a complicated one. We talk a lot about improvement of information security within the version of 8.1. And when you look into it, there is so many great things like secure video streaming, which you mentioned that there is zero, just null, no impact on the performance of how many cameras you can host on a recorder and manage, which is amazing. When you're looking into a customer that is going to upgrade to version 8.1, and there is like a new golden standard here with the least privilege being the standard, client-server secure communication, and optional encrypted video streaming. What does it mean for a customer that is going to upgrade to version 8.1? Does it mean that it's going to be harder, it's going to be complex, it's going to take longer time to upgrade, or it's just as fluent as it was before?
So from a customer perspective, when upgrading to version 8.1, so there are a few things that are happening. In terms of secured streaming between the camera and the VMS, This is a functionality that can be set in Control Center. So you can define one or multiple cameras to switch their streaming into SRTP. And this once this is done, and the system will automatically try to set the camera to stream in SRTP, and the VMS to receive and decrypt the video coming from this camera. So in this regard, there is no extra effort. It's more about setting the configuration correctly in Control Center. When upgrading the system, there is the aspect of switching the VMS and control to list privilege, to be a list privilege compliant system. There are a few steps that are taking place in the background that the customer or the installer don't have to really take any action. The system does it by itself, and it makes sure that all the components that are used and all the video that is being stored is being now compliant with the list privilege concept. So again, in this case, this is done in the background and automatically by the upgrade process. So there is no impact on the time it takes for the system to be upgraded and so on.
Incredible. Wow. So we just heard the great news of version 8.1 with the help of Guy and Oded. We're excited. I hope that you all excited as we do. It's been a great release for us. We would like to see it being implemented by our customers. We are very proud within this release, and hopefully to see all of you taking the advantage of these new capabilities. With this, thank you very much, and talk to you soon with our next release of the version 8.1. Goodbye, and thank you.